Good morning, dear shareholders and all the panelists present. I, Bindu Garg, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer of the company, joining today's meeting from my office in Ludhiana. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the 46th Annual General Meeting of the company. This meeting is being conducted through video conferencing in compliance with the applicable circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the Securities and Exchange Board of India. In accordance with these regulations, the proceedings of this meeting shall be deemed to be taking place at the registered office of the company, which is the deemed venue for today's AGM. To ensure the meeting runs smoothly and efficiently, all shareholders will be placed on mute mode by default throughout the meeting. Audio and video functionality will be enabled only for those shareholders who have pre-registered themselves as speakers and are scheduled to speak during the meeting. We sincerely appreciate your understanding and cooperation in this regard. I would now introduce our panelists one by one. Mr. Paritosh Kumar, Chairman and Managing Director of the company and Chairperson of Corporate Social Responsibility Committee, joining from Happy Forgings office in Ludhiana. Mr. Ashish Garg, Managing Director of the company and Chairperson of Risk Management Committee, joining from Happy Forgings office in Ludhiana. Mrs. Megha Garg, Full-time Director of the company, joining from Happy Forgings office in Ludhiana. Mrs. Rajeshwari Karthikeyan, Independent Director of the company and Chairperson of Audit Committee, joining from Coimbatore. Mr. Ravinder Bishodi, Independent Director of the company and Chairperson of Stakeholders Relationship Committee and Nomination and Remuneration Committee, joining from Mumbai. Our Independent Director, Mr. Atul Lal, cannot join the meeting due to his preoccupation and has asked for leave of absence. Then Mr. Pankaj Kumar Goyal, Chief Financial Officer of the company, joining from Chandigarh. Apart from the directors, representatives of our auditors are also participating through video conferencing. Mr. Praveen Tulsian, representing the statutory auditors, S.R. Bartley Boy and Company LLP. Mr. Rajan Sabharwal, representing the cost auditors, Rajan Sabharwal and Associates. Mr. Rupesh Agarwal, representing the secretarial auditors, Chandrasekhar and Associates. Mr. P.S. Bartla, representing P.S. Bartla and Associates, scrutinizer for this AGM. Mr. Ashish Agarwal, internal auditors, representing SCV. Pursuant to the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and relevant circulars and articles of the Association of the Company, Mr. Paritosh Kumar, Chairman and Managing Director of the Board of Directors, will act as Chairman for this meeting. Before I hand over the proceedings to the Chairman to declare the meeting open, I would like to bring your attention to the following points. The facility to join this AGM through video conferencing is being made available to members on first-come, first-served basis pursuant to the regulatory requirements. Members are encouraged to join the meeting with a good internet connection to avoid any glitches. As the AGM is being held through video conferencing, the facility for appointment of proxies by the shareholders is not applicable. As the notice of AGM is already circulated to all the members, I take the notice convening this meeting as read. The statutory auditor's report on the annual financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 25 and the secretarial audit report for the said period do not contain any qualifications, observations, or comments on the financial transactions or matters having adverse effect on the functioning of the company. Hence, the same need not be read at this annual general meeting. We have received requests from members to be registered as speaker shareholders who will be allowed to speak as the meeting progresses. For smooth conduct of the meeting, speaker members will be kept on mute by default to avoid any noise or disturbance. During the question and answer sessions, the name of the members who have registered themselves as speakers will be announced one by one. Thereafter, the respective member will be unmuted by the moderator when his or her name is called out. Members, while asking questions or seeking clarifications, may turn their video on. In case any member is facing a technical problem with the video transmission, they can ask the questions through audio mode. Shareholders who have not registered themselves as speaker shareholders beforehand but are attending this meeting are also invited to express their views and raise questions if they have any in the chat box provided. Their queries will be answered during the meeting itself if possible. If not, the response to the queries received will be provided to them through email after the meeting. As per the provisions of Companies Act 2013 and SEBI LODR Regulations 2015, your company has provided remote e-voting facility to members through MUFG In Time India Private Limited's platform to cast your votes prior to this meeting. The remote e-voting commenced at 9 a.m. on 26th of July 25 and concluded at 5 p.m. on 28 July 25. Members who have not cast their vote through remote e-voting and who are participating in this meeting will have an opportunity to cast their vote during this meeting as well. The e-voting window is already open for all the members and will remain open for another 30 minutes after the conclusion of this meeting. On the other hand, members who have already casted their vote through remote e-voting are eligible to participate at this meeting, but are not eligible to cast their votes again during the meeting. Members can vote at this meeting by following the detailed voting instructions provided in the AGM notice. The Register of Directors and KMPs, Register of Contracts and Arrangements, Secretarial Auditor Certificate on ESOP scheme have been made available electronically for inspection by the shareholders. Shareholders seeking to inspect such documents can send an email to compliance officer at happyforgingsltd.co.in. Thank you. Now I hand over the proceedings to the chairman, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Bindu. Good day to all ladies and gentlemen, esteemed shareholders. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to the 46th annual general meeting of the company and its second as a listed entity. I confirm that the required quorum is present through video conferencing in line with the provisions of Section 103 of the Companies Act 2013 and the relevant circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. The participation of members through video conferencing is being duly recognized for quorum purposes. With the requisite quorum in place, I now declare the meeting open. I trust all of you have had an opportunity to review the annual report of FY 24-25 and go through the key highlights of our business performance over the past year. It is a matter of satisfaction that we have continued to move forward with resilience, a clear reflection of strength of our strategy in the challenging external environment. We remain focused on building for the future and are steadily investing in capabilities that will shape our long-term progress. With that, I now invite the Managing Director Ashish Garg to present an overview to our journey and business performance in FY 24-25. Following the presentation, Ms. Bindu will take up the agenda items outlined in the notice.
Thank you, Chairman. Dear shareholders, good morning. It gives me great pleasure to address you at the 46th Annual General Meeting of Happy Forgings Limited. At the outset, I want to thank all our shareholders for the trust and confidence you have placed in us as we step into our second year as a listed company. Your continued support is a source of strength and encouragement for our team. For those of you who are new to the company, let me begin with a brief introduction. Founded in the year 1979 with a modest start in bicycle crank arms business, Happy Forgings Limited has grown in one of India's leading manufacturer of forged and precision machined steel components for both automotive and industrial use. We are now known for our ability to produce complex, heavy-duty and safety-critical components, backed by modern world-class and integrated and flexible manufacturing operations. Our journey has been marked by consistent expansion of our capabilities. Over the years, we have continuously expanded and diversified across products, sectors, and geographies, helping us stay relevant and resilient in a challenging world. Today, we are the fourth largest forging company in India by installed capacity, with forging capacity of 127,000 tons and machining capacity of 57,000 tons per annum. We are well positioned to meet the requirements of global and domestic OEMs in the automotive and non-automotive segments. Before I move on, I would like to share a short video that offers a glimpse into the scale, precision, and passion that drives our operations every day.
India stands out in the whole global scenario of the metal forging and machining business. Adding to the crown that India has earned in this sector, Happy Forging Limited, situated in Ludhiana, Punjab, has been serving the purpose since the year 1979. With over 40 years of experience in world-class manufacturing excellence, Happy Forging Limited has been catering to leading segments of automotive and non-automotive industry such as commercial vehicles, farm tractors and utility vehicles, engines and power generation, railways and oil and gas. Happy Forging Limited is a brand whose name traverses throughout the Indian and overseas markets. With the vision to be the leading global supplier of forged and machining components, Happy Forging Limited was initiated with a single unit for manufacturing bicycle crank arms in the year 1979, and it now stands strong after 4 decades of dedicating its resources to the forging industry. Today, HFL is one of the largest integrated forging and machining company in India. With annual capacity to machine 1 million crankshafts, it is now the second largest manufacturer of crankshafts in India. Forging lines include one 14,000 tons mechanical forging press line, 3 8,000 ton mechanical forging press lines, 2 4,000 ton mechanical press lines and 8 pneumatic and drop hammers ranging from 2 ton to 6 tons, enabling HFL to forge parts from 3 kg to 250 kg in single piece. And its ultra-modern machining capabilities with over 25 CBN Landis grinding machines provide precise solutions to its customers. The founder of Happy Forging Limited, Mr. Paritosh Kumar Garg, has been leading and guiding the company towards excellence and growth while breaking and marking new benchmarks.
HFL's export to developed countries will be a major contributor going forward.
HFL has been investing ahead of the times in world-class manufacturing technology and capacities, investing in flexible manufacturing setups capable to supply small and large batch sizes with shortest lead times to market. Continuous improvements through value engineering and optimizing our processes regularly helped us in maintaining cost competitiveness. We at HFL are conscious of our responsibility towards society and environment. We have invested close to 5 megawatts of solar power generation on all our facilities and are taking effective steps to reduce our carbon footprint.
With investments in world-class equipments, HFL also boasts of its engineering and design capabilities using best forging simulation softwares like Deform, Forge NXT, Vera CAD and white light scanning. HFL has been able to optimize its forged products, creating the benchmark in the forging industry. Happy Forgings Limited has successfully been a partner with many domestic and international OEMs, such as American Axle, Ashok Leyland, Bon Figlioli, Cummins, Dana, AG Industry Bayraktar, VE Commercial Vehicles, Escorts, Generac, Hendrickson, IBCC, IGW, Indian Railways, JCB, John Deere, Mahindra, Meritor, PMP, SDF, SML Azuzu, Sonalika International, Tata, TEF-A, Wipro and Yanmar. Happy Forgings Limited promises to keep up its commitment and maintain its growth trajectory going forward and has built a reliable and sustainable business for its stakeholders. With more expansions and technological advancements in scope, we at Happy Forgings Limited are ready for the step ahead.
Thank you for watching. I hope the video gave you a good perspective of the scale, precision, and commitment that defines our work. Before I talk about the business performance during FY 24-25, I will spend some time on discussing the business environment to help you understand the broader economic and industry context in which we are operating during the year. The year brought a mix of opportunities and challenges. While global economic activity began to stabilize thanks to cooling inflation, steady consumer demand, and recovery in industrial production, geopolitical tensions and supply chain disruptions continued to pose risks for manufacturers. Steel prices in India declined during the most of the year, driven by weak global demand and higher low-cost imports, particularly from China, Korea, and Japan. However, towards the end of the year, there were signs of recovery in domestic prices due to expectation of safeguard duties and improved local demand. In the key end user industrial segments that we cater to, the performance across key end use segments was mixed in the domestic market. Commercial vehicles saw approximately 4% decline in medium and heavy duty truck sales and production due to weak demand in the first half due to election related disruptions and delays in project awards. Passenger vehicles grew modestly, but the utility vehicle segment registered a double-digit growth. Tractors showed decent growth with sales up by 8% and production up by 6%, supported by good farm sector dynamics. Construction equipment grew at 3%, which was a lot slower than the previous year with mixed performance across subsegments. While earth-moving equipment remained resilient, other subsegments faced challenges due to slower project execution during the election cycle and weather-related delays. In the export market, FY 24-25 was marked by significant headwinds across key segments. European truck sales were down 9 to 10% during the year 24-25. US Class 8 truck registrations fell 11% in the calendar year 24. Large CV OEMs both in Europe and US reported a decline of 10% in commercial vehicle sales in 24-25. Similarly, tractor sales fell by 8% in Europe in the calendar year 24 and 13% in US for the same year. Construction equipment also saw a decline of 17% in Europe and 5% in North America in calendar year 24 due to economic uncertainty. Despite this challenging backdrop, we delivered a resilient performance in the year 24-25. Our strategy to diversify across industries and geographies helped us navigate these challenges. In FY 24-25, we achieved a volume growth of around 3% on an adjusted basis. Our average realization improved by 5 rupees per kg, reaching 248 rupees a kg despite of drop in raw material prices. This translated to an adjusted revenue growth of approximately 5% for the year. Our domestic business, which makes up to 80% of our revenue, grew 6% year on year. Exports, which accounted nearly 19 to 20%, remained flat on an adjusted basis but declined slightly on the reported basis due to slowdown in international commercial vehicle markets, particularly in Europe. From an underlying industry segments perspective, growth was supported by the industrials and passenger vehicle segments, which together contributed 18% to our revenues, up from 13% last year. Farm equipment posted mid-single digit growth and off-highway remained flat and commercial vehicle declined for us. Our margins remained strong throughout the year. In fact, we reported our highest ever annual gross margin, EBITDA margin, and PAT margin in the year FY25, with gross margin at 58%, EBITDA margin at 28.9%, and PAT margin at 19%. We generated 292 crores of cash from operations after working capital and tax adjustments, reflecting our efficient and disciplined operations. As of year end, our cash and liquid investments, including fixed deposits and mutual funds, stood at 356 crores. Our debt to equity remains low at 0.1, and net debt to EBITDA, when factored in liquid investments, is effectively zero. These numbers reflect a strong balance sheet that gives us the flexibility to invest in the future while staying financially secure. For 24-25 was also a landmark year for long-term investments for future organic growth. We committed 650 crores to build one of the most advanced forging and machining plants in the world for heavy components ranging from 250 kg to 3 tons in single piece. This facility, once operational, will be the first of its kind in Asia and only the second at its scale globally. This investment marks our entry into high value, quality critical segments such as wind energy, marine, oil and gas, defense, nuclear and power generation industries, where performance and reliability are critical and where competition is limited. Backed by internal accruals, customer interest, and careful capital planning, this project reflects our strategy of strengthening our core capabilities, expanding our product range, and entering new markets where we have a competitive edge. Now let me speak about our progress on the sustainability front, a space where we are steadily building momentum. In the year 24-25, we formalized our ESG agenda with a clear focus and a roadmap for the future, anchored in stakeholder priorities based on materiality assessment and aimed at setting measures goals for progress. Through our materiality assessment, we identified key ESG priorities that now guide our focus, which include environmental stewardship through responsible energy, water, and waste management, social responsibility through safer workplaces, employee well-being, and inclusive hiring, and ethical governance through board diversity, transparency, and supplier due diligence. Our cross-functional ESG committee is driving our ESG initiatives and progress on the goals set in the roadmap. Operationally, during the year, we transitioned all forging lines to induction billet heating systems, fully eliminating the use of furnace oil. Our heat treatment systems are now LPG based, further reducing emissions. We also scaled up our renewable energy capacity to 6.5 megawatt. These steps bring us closer to our goal of reducing Scope 1 and Scope 2 emissions by 50% by 2030. Beyond manufacturing operations, we continued our efforts in community development. Our CSR initiatives in FY 24-25 focused on improving healthcare, supporting rural education, and promoting vocational training. We also work to uplift the differentially abled and strengthen medical facilities in underserved areas. As I reflect on the past year, I feel proud not just of what we achieved, but how we did it. We have stayed focused on moving forward with discipline and conviction, and we have made investments with a clear vision for the future. We are building not just for today, but for the long term, with resilience and readiness for tomorrow's opportunities. I thank all the shareholders once again for your trust and belief in us. We look forward to continuing this journey together. Thank you. Now I hand over the proceedings to Bindugar.
Thank you, sir. Now I'll take up the agenda items set out in the notice of the AGM. Agenda item number 1, adoption of the audited standalone financial statements of the company for financial year ended 31st March 25, along with the board's report and the auditor's report thereon. Adoption of the audited consolidated financial statements of the company for financial year ended 31st March 25, along with the auditor's report. Item number 2, to declare final dividend of rupees 3 per equity share for the financial year ended 31st March 2025. Agenda item number 3, to reappoint Mrs. Megha Garg, whole-time director, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers herself for reappointment. Item number 4, to reappoint Messrs. S.R. Batley and Company LLP, Chartered Accountants, as statutory auditors of the company to hold office for a period of 5 consecutive financial years from the conclusion of 46th AGM to the conclusion of the 51st AGM of the company. Item number 5, ratification of the remuneration of cost auditor for FY 25-26. Agenda item number 6, continuation of Mr. Paritosh Kumar as chairman and managing director of the company on attaining the age of 70 years. Agenda item number 7, to approve the commission payable to the independent directors of the company. Agenda item number 8, to appoint Messrs. Chandrasekharan and Associates, practicing company secretaries, as secretarial auditors for a term of 5 consecutive years and fix their remuneration in this regard. The text of the resolutions, along with the relevant explanatory statements, has already been provided in the notice convening this meeting, which has been circulated to all the members. We shall now proceed with the speaker session. Moderator will announce the name of the shareholders who have pre-registered themselves as speakers. I request the moderator to unmute the speakers one by one to enable them to express their views or ask questions. Over to you, Sarita.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite our speaker number 1, Mr. Manjit Singh. Sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question. Manjit sir, please ask your question. It seems like he's facing some technical issue. So we invite our speaker number 2, Mr. Anandu Nayak is currently not present in the panel. Our speaker number 3, Gagan Kumar is also not present in the panel. So we invite our speaker number 4, Ms. Lekha Shah. Ma'am, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
Hello, I'm audible, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, you're audible.
Sir, thank you, Sadda, ma'am. Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, my fellow members, good morning and regards to everyone. Myself, Lekha from Mumbai. First of all, I would like to thank our company secretary, Bindu ma'am, for giving me this opportunity and for smooth process where I'm able to talk in front of you all in AGM. I found the AGM notice and they're delighted to say it's so beautiful, full of colors and fact and figures in place. Thank you, Ashish sir, for such a informative and wonderful presentation. Chairman sir, in your opening remarks, so comprehensive that you have already addressed everything I had in mind. Sir, I pray to God that He always shower His blessing upon you. Chairman, sir, I am confident that with your vision and determination, you will lead our company to greater height. But also, I pray to God our company should progress more and more under you and your team's swear. Sir, I would like to ask few questions. My first question is, what is the total number of employees? And my second question is, how many women employees are working in our company? Sir, I hope the company will continue video conference meeting in future. So I strongly and wholeheartedly support all the resolutions for today's meeting. Since LinkedIn them allowed to log in without any problem. I would like to thank them for the best services, especially Sadiga ma'am, Ashish bhai, and Prasad sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Our speaker number 5, Mr. Lokesh Gupta, is currently not present in the panel. So I invite our speaker number 6, Ms. Urmila Jain. Ma'am, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
हेलो, हाँ मेरी आवाज आ रही है सर?
Yeah, ma'am, you're audible.
हाँ चेयरमैन सर नमस्कार और सभी को भी मेरा नमस्कार। मैं उर्मिला जैन नई दिल्ली से। सर आपकी स्पीच सुनी, बहुत अच्छा लगा। आपने कंपनी के बारे में खुलकर बताया है, वर्तमान और भविष्य के बारे में। मैं आज के सभी रेजुलेशन का समर्थन करती हूँ। सर मैं ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि आने वाले 5 साल में हमारी कंपनी को कहाँ तक पहुँचाने में हम सक्षम रहेंगे, जरा सर बताइए। सर हमारी कंपनी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के साथ साथ रेवेन्यू ग्रोथ पर भी ध्यान दे ताकि हमारी कंपनी तेजी से विकास करे और तेजी से भी विकास करे। सर मैं थोड़ा सा वो अलॉटमेंट के शेयर होल्डर हूँ और मैं बोनस देने पर भी विचार करें सर आप। मैं सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का धन्यवाद करना चाहती हूँ जिन्होंने मुझे वीसी के माध्यम से जोड़ा और बोलने का अवसर प्रदान किया, बिंदु मैडम का, ये सब हमारे मैनेजमेंट और स्टाफ की मेहनत का फल है, जो आज हमारी कंपनी आने वाले समय में बहुत अच्छा काम करेगी। मैं भगवान से यही प्रार्थना करती हूँ कि हमारी कंपनी इसी तरह आगे बढ़ती रहे, दिन दुगनी रात चौगनी तरक्की करते रहे। और मैं आज के सभी रेजोल्यूशन का तहे दिल से समर्थन करती हूँ। आने वाले फेस्टिवल की बहुत सारी ढेर सारी शुभकामनाओं के साथ धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
Thank you, ma'am. Sir, with your permission, can I invite our speaker number 3, Mr. Gagan Kumar, who is currently present in the panel?
Yes, Sarita, please.
Mr. Gagan Kumar, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
Am I audible?
Yeah, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, Board of Directors and fellow shareholders. Myself, Gagan Kumar. My DPID is 3001181170707. I'm joining this meeting from Delhi. So first of all, I would like to mention that I had requested for a hard copy of annual report, which I received well in time. And after reading it, I am happy to share that I do not have any question pertaining to accounts. My 2 or 3 general queries are that due to geopolitical issue and tariff war all over the world, how our company is infected. So kindly throw some light on it. And how is our order book for coming quarters? And what is our future strategy to maintain or enhance our margin? These 2 or 3 general queries of mine. As far as the agenda of this meeting is concerned, I supported all the resolution, and it would be unfair on my part without mentioning higher corporate governance under the leadership of our CFO, CS, and entire secretarial team. Not at the time of AGM or EGM, throughout the year, if we have any query, we are just a mail away. So thank you so much for this kind of team we have. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Our speaker number 5, Mr. Lokesh Gupta, is currently present in the panel. Sir, with your permission, can I allow him to ask the question?
Please, Sarita, go ahead.
Lokesh, sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
हेलो सर, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
Yeah, sir, you're audible.
सर लोकेश गुप्ता आपका सभी बोर्ड मेंबर का स्वागत करता हूं। मैं शुरू से ऑनलाइन हूं, पता नहीं क्या टेक्निकल इशू आ रहा जो कहा गया कि मैंने ज्वाइन नहीं की है। सर एक्सीलेंट चेयरमैन स्पीच हो रही थी जिसमें कंपनी के वर्तमान और भविष्य के बारे में आपने बताया, उसके बाद कुछ सवाल बचते नहीं हैं। सर भरोसा है, विश्वास है, जो भी निर्णय आप कंपनी के बारे में लेंगे कंपनी के हित में होगा, कंपनी अच्छा करेगी तो शेयर होल्डर्स को रिवार्ड भी मिलेगा। सर मुझे जिससे पहले शेयर होल्डर सवाल पूछ चुके हैं, रोड मैप 1 या 2 साल का, वो मुझे नहीं पूछना, वो आप अपने आंसर में बताएंगे ही। सर मुझे एक और चीज जरूर कहनी है, आप पर भरोसा है, विश्वास है, लेकिन एक रिक्वेस्ट भी है जो हमने कंपनी सेक्रेटरी मैडम के पास पहुंचाई है। एज ए स्पीकर जो शेयर होल्डर्स आपसे जुड़ते हैं, कनेक्ट होते हैं, थोड़ा अप्रिशिएट उन शेयर होल्डर्स को जरूर कीजिए जिससे ये प्लेटफॉर्म भी सक्सेस हो। अंत में मैं कंपनी के सुगत भविष्य के लिए शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you, sir. With this, we complete our speaker shareholder queries. Over to you, sir.
So I would like to thank the first question came from the first question we have was from Urmila Jain. Sorry, the first question we have from Mrs. Lekha Shah. with regards to the total number of employees. So currently we have over total employees of almost 3,500 employees, including the blue collar as well as the white collar. It's more than 3,500. And the question was how much of 3,500 are the old employees. So nearly 3,000 employees are the old employees, but as the company is growing and is investing every year, so we are also adding new employees, which is a part of the strategy. And going forward, we will keep on adding new employees as well. I hope I am able to answer your question. Second question was from Urmila Jain regarding the next 5-year growth journey and regarding the revenue growth. So as I've already explained in my in the call that the industry dynamics were not good, especially the domestic industries were nearly flat or also degrown, especially the commercial vehicle sector, and the export markets due to the overall situation has not done well because commercial vehicle and farm equipment as well as construction equipment markets were down to the extent of 10 to 15% last year. In fact, farm equipment sector, which is a big sector for us, has witnessed 14-year low registrations in Europe. So directly or indirectly, this was also the impact. But despite of all the uncertainties in the market, we have grown by 5%. But if you look at the new projects growth, the new project growth was upwards of 15%, 15 to 18%. The growth came from the new projects, and diversification has helped us. Passenger vehicle was one of the new sectors that we entered in. Industrial is growing for us. And we expect that markets will also improve because we are not losing any market share. In fact, we are gaining market share. So we are not worried over there. Once the market comes back, we will be able to grow much faster. But at the same time, our focus is on the new projects. We are adding new customers, new geographies, and new products, which we will keep on adding. And we will keep on growing with this. And when the uncertainty is back to normal, we expect a bigger growth. So that's what company has done in the last couple of years and has grown, EBITDA margins upwards of 20% at more than 20% CAGR in the last 10 years. So we expect to continue with our growth rate, and we expect these hurdles. We also expect to overcome the situation globally which is going on. I hope I answered Urmila Jain's question. The next question came from Gagan Kumar, Mr. Gagan Kumar, on the geopolitical situation. So currently on the geopolitical side, if you see that that industry is witnessing a slowdown, the US market has seen a slowdown because buyers are confused, and passenger vehicle market and commercial vehicle market have seen slowdown over there. We have yet to see a clear, clarity on the tariffs. We are still waiting for it. Our direct exposure on the North American market is not much. It is around 4%. But some of our European customers are also exporting it to the US market, which are also getting affected because of this situation. We expect to maintain a growth trajectory even in this year, despite of all the headwinds which are going in the global markets. And we are working on new projects. So I think amongst the peers, will be the least impacted because of the US situation. And our order book remains strong. We are adding more and more businesses, so which is a good thing. Because of the geopolitical situation, there is a lot of impact on cost cutting. There is a lot of push on cost cutting. So we are working with new customers, both in US as well in Europe. Thirdly, we have maintained our margins. Our margins, if you look at our margins in the last 5 years, the EBITDA margins have been over 27% despite of COVID. And we are able to deliver these margins in the market, which are the industry best returns as well as margins. So going forward, our average realization, which is close to 248 rupees per kg, will further enhance. Even in the last year, it has gone up by 5 rupees a kg despite of falling raw material prices. So eventually, if you see, there is almost 8 rupees per kg betterment in terms of realization on the average on the consolidated business, which means the new businesses are coming at better margins, which are improving the overall average. So going forward with our new investments, which are on the industrial side, we expect the average realization to improve going forward, and which will also help us in improving our margins. So I hope I have answered Gagan as well. So nothing from Mr. Lokesh Gupta. So I think I've answered everything. Any further questions? We are more than willing to answer. Bindu and Sarita, can you check?
Thank you, sir. Now I request Chairman, sir, to please take over the proceedings.
Thank you, Ashish. I thank each one of you for attending this AGM today. The Board of Directors has appointed Mr. Parminder Singh Batra, proprietor PS Batra and Associates, the company secretaries, as the scrutinizer to supervise the e-voting process in fair and transparent manner and issue their report. The voting results on all the resolutions as set out in the notice of AGM will be declared on the accept of the scrutinizer's report within the time stipulated under the applicable law and shall be intimated to stock changes and uploaded on website of the company as well as on the website of NSDL CDSL. I hereby authorize Bindu Garg, Company Secretary, to submit the results of e-voting along with scrutinizer's report to the stock exchanges. Shareholders may note that the e-voting will be continued to be available for the next 30 minutes after conclusion of this meeting. With this, I declare this meeting as concluded. I would now like to thank our promoters, shareholders, directors, employees, auditors, regulatory authorities, including SEBI, MCA, bankers, lenders, rating agencies, and wish you and your family members to stay safe and healthy. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you everyone for joining. Now you may take exit from the panel. Thank you everyone for joining. Meeting is now concluded. We have displayed the closing banner and voting lines are closed now. Thank you.